Hi guys, I just wanted to talk about my iCharger 4010 Dual and my power supply. This charger takes a lot of juice, and the thing is, in the United States, the power supplies they're relatively weak. A lot of them are 110 volts, which in a standard household it's about 15 amps, 20 amps, and you're just kind of basically maxing it out. So I decided to up it a little bit, and I decided to use 220 power. So it's upping it quite a bit. This power supply is gonna last a lot longer. It's not gonna exceed the limit of the charger. So that's one thing I like. It can go up even further than the iCharger 4010 is capable of. The power supply is 51.5 volts at 57 amps, 3000 watts of juice. So it's kicking out a lot. Everything is 220 wire, 10 gauge wire. I have my circuit breaker there. That's a 20 amp circuit breaker running up into my dryer. So I didn't want to remodel my house or change anything around. So this dryer uses 30 amps. So I converted it over to 20 amps. So this is my dryer. So when I'm not using my dryer, I just unplug it and plug in my cable to that. This is a range type cable, so it comes down through here and into. I built this box. It's a 20 amp circuit breaker. So 30 amps is going in here, 20 amps is coming out. This is the wire that I use. Has three wires, 2 hots, 1 ground. That's 10 gauge. It's a solid wire. I wanted some braided wire, but I couldn't find it. Then once I found it, it was a little too expensive, so I just decided just use this stuff. It's a little stiff. I don't like how it looks or how it feels, but until it breaks or something happens, I'm going to use it. Now this connector is 220 volt connector. It looks a little different inside. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like inside. So the prongs are different than a US standard household, but this is why they make it for 220. They want to change it around a little bit so you guys won't automatically just stick it into a 110 house voltage. Yeah, and then after that I have this is 10 gauge wire coming in here and going back to the front of the power supply. It's not exactly how it's set up. It's not perfectly set up yet, but this is how it's going to work right now. So it is 51.5 volts. That is a number that is higher than the iCharger, but that's just software. It's a built-in safety measure, so the charger can do it. It's just the software says, hey, it's too high a voltage. It's more of a safety issue. Charger can handle it. It's only 1.5 volts. It's not gonna make a big difference on that, but you are gonna get some warning lights. I'm gonna show you. But if you guys hooking this stuff up, just remember to use a voltmeter when you're doing this stuff, and make sure you know kind of what you're doing before you start working with this stuff, because this stuff is hot. And it can kill you. So just be careful when you're doing these setups on here. It's pretty impressive. This is definitely gonna get used for a long time. Now, so what happens is the power goes from the outlet, runs into here at 30 amps. Then it goes through basically 20 amp fuse, because this power supply is rated for 20 amps, so I thought I'd just put that on. Then it comes through here. Then once I have it plugged in, it's going to start up, and there's going to be an orange light right there and it's going to run for maybe, I don't know, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Then there's going to be a green light. Then once that comes on, then the output hits. So then it puts 51.5 volts into here, then into my charger. Then after that, it's going to light up, and then it's going to say warning 51.5 volts or 6 volts or whatever. And then it's going to go off. Then we're going to be ready to try that. Okay, so I have it set up and everything's ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this switch. The light's going to turn on over there. and then a few seconds later the charger is going to turn on. So here's the switch that goes. That's going to turn an orange light on. And that beeps right over there. And then you can see that it has 51.6 volts right now, 51.59, and the temperature is 58.2, which it should be climbing a little bit. My house is a little warmer than that, so it's gonna come up a little bit for room temperature, and then when the charger heats up a little bit too. But I'm gonna show you that again. Now when I unplug it, the power supply is still going to run for a little bit. I'll try to get both of them in. So here I'll unplug the power. Oh yeah, there's the orange light come on, and then it's gonna shut down. It's just a few seconds. It takes a little while for the power to go out. I'm gonna let it sit just for a second. I'll pause the tape just so there's no current inside there before I juice it again. Okay, so I'll come over here and I'll show you exactly what that does again. I'll show you the screen now. I'll turn it on. Here's a big click. So that's going through there, and then once this turns on, see, there's the warning right there. And then it goes away. So after that, you see everything right down there. Everything works good. I'm not gonna charge anything just because you guys kind of know how I charge. I have a lot of other videos out here on how to charge. It's gonna max out the charger. It's gonna work great. Nothing's gonna happen. Just remember, when you're working on this stuff, it's real hot wire. Know what you're doing, and double check everything before you do anything. Use your voltage tester, and it should work out great. It's a very powerful power supply, 51.5 volts at 57 amps and 3,000 watts of juice. So thanks for watching. Bye.